Hello everybody. So I got an email recently from a subscriber that happens to live very close to me. We'd never met before, but Kevin Gaddis, a very skilled woodworker in his own right, offered me a bunch of his extra wood that he had piled up in his shop, and I didn't hesitate to jump at that opportunity, and he loaded me down with all kinds of quality sapele and a lot of mahogany, and that's what I'm using right here. Is just one of the many pieces of mahogany that he gave me, and I didn't even use a whole piece for this project. So it's like hitting the jackpot, Kevin. I really appreciate it. Your generosity, your hospitality, showing me the things that you've built yourself, meeting your lovely wife and getting to play with your dogs a little bit. I really appreciated it. So what I've decided to do here is a fairly simple segmented project, using a solid chunk of mahogany as the base, and then kind of laying a brickwork style pattern with walnuts layered in between each level of mahogany segments and also between the segments. And here what I'm doing is just using a real simple chart that it's all homemade by me. Just all you need is a ruler and a protractor and a pencil. It just tells you how big, how long each segment should be to make whatever size diameter ring that you need to make. You could easily do this on a computer. There's programs out there for it, but I like having this chart. It's real simple. I don't have to have a computer in the shop. I can just glance at it and take a ruler to it and know exactly what I need right away. I just take the measurement off the chart, transfer it to my table saw, and cut the segments. I didn't show the cutting of the little pieces of walnut, but you see what I did there. And it's just a matter of gluing it all together. And this is just one way to glue everything up. Seemed to work out pretty easily, and you get the idea here, so I won't belabor the process and make you watch the whole thing. I had 3 rings to do, and they went together fairly well. No problems. I did flatten everything out before I took the band clamps off, and I did not record that on video, but they're flat on both sides now. I had planned on using this piece as thick as it was, but it just didn't look right. It wasn't symmetrical, so I just did the old resaw and got it the same height as the other rings, and I think it looks a lot better that way. So again, this will be the base of the bowl, and I'm just turning the bottom side first, and then once I get this done, I'll glue all the rings together along with the base, and then I'll turn everything down together. Some beautiful shavings coming off of this mahogany. And here I'm just marking for the diameter of the mortise that I need. I much prefer using a mortise over a tenon. That's just me. And this mortise is going to be about 1/4 inch deep. And I'm leaving an island in the middle of the mortise this time because I have those beautiful coins that Marlene made for me. And I intend to put one in right about there. So I need to make a recess for that. And I'm just going through my normal sanding process. 120 grit up to 1,000 grit. And then I put some finish on it, which I'll talk about later. But look at this chatoyance. Look at that shine. Alright, let's bust out the paint. Relax. I'm just kidding. I'm just using Titebond, I think it's Titebond 3 wood glue, the green label Titebond. And I'll let that dry for a few hours. And it was plenty solid enough to reverse mount and get to work on. Alright, it's time to take a look at what some of you have been up to out there. David Holden made these. David's from Lancashire, England. Nice job. Gary Asher made these. Gary's on YouTube, the Papa 1947. I correspond with Gary quite a bit. Super nice guy. Does amazing work. You all need to check out his YouTube channel, the Papa 1947. And last but not least, Mark Fishburne made these. I love that natural edge bowl. Very nice. And that's quite a nice lidded box there. Beautiful finial. I want to take this moment to thank all of my subscribers. Every last one of you means so much to me. Just blows me away. My channel keeps on growing. Thank you. I've had quite a few comments regarding my skill with the gouge and other lathe tools, about the precision. To be honest, I don't know that I'm any better than anybody else, and I know for a fact that there's others that are better than me, but here's how I developed my skills. You see the shavings that are coming off right there? Just as fine as hairs, those. Compared to these ones. That's all you want to do, is practice making different size shavings. Big thick shavings. That's you're being more forceful. You're applying more pressure. Really light hair size shavings. You're being ever so gentle and delicate with the tool. And it's more about the tool and tool control than it is the speed of the lathe. Anyway, that's how I develop my skills. Hopefully that little tip helps. And I'm just using the negative rake scraper to smooth things out on the bottom and to get the depth or thickness of the base of the bowl just right. And I'm using the screw holes from the faceplate as a guide. Once those are gone, I know that my thickness is about right. I can go a little bit more, but not much. And I just sanded there from 120 to 220. And here I'm applying denatured alcohol to raise the grain. And then I'll resand starting at 220 and go all the way up to 1000 grit. And here I'm just rubbing in the first coat of what was shine juice, but it's a lot more diluted now with denatured alcohol. It's much more thin. So this has 3 good coats of shellac on it now. You can see the luster even as it's spinning. I love how the base of this bowl matches right there, matches the segmented pieces of mahogany. Just ties it right in. And the flash. Look at that flash. Chatoyance. I love working with mahogany. Kevin Gaddis, thank you again, sir. Even the walnut looks flashy. Well, let me know what you think. I sure appreciate you watching. Semper Fi.